Okay, hello guys. So sorry for the delay. So let's just get right into it. So most of you were complaining that you could not do it with your phones. So that's why I said, okay, let's do this video and let me show you how to do it with your phone. So the first step is to go to photopea.com, click on new project, and change the width and height. I've taught you that already. It was in the previous video. So 1080 by 1080 is what we're going to be using. I'm going to change the DPI to 200 or 100 if your phone is not so fast. I suggest you use 72. For mine, I'm going to change it to 200. But if your phone is not so fast, please leave it at 200. Okay. So when you're done with that, click leave it at 72 rather. If your phone is not so fast, leave it at 72. But if your phone is fast, leave it at 200 or 100 or 300. Okay. So click on create. Let's just wait for it to create. Now it has finished creating. So we're doing the pink flyer again. Okay, I wanted us to move to something else, but we're just going to stick with it so that you guys can understand it better. So the first thing we are going to do is to create our background like I told you guys. So click on your layer panel, which is these three plates. I explained it as three plates that looks like rectangles stacked upon each other. So that's what we're just going to click on. Then the next thing we are going to click is this half-shaped object, half-shaped moon-like shape. Okay, click on it, then click on color fill. Then we're going to select pink. Okay, click on OK. Then you can now close. We have our pink background. So the next thing we are going to do is to import our files. So click on file, click on open and place. And where did I drop it? Let me go to my photo library if I'll see it. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I have it. So these are the files. So I'm just going to import them. Let me just import everything, but for your case you can click on open a place and import one after the other, but for me I'm just going to import everything so I don't have to be looking for it again. So click on what's add, and when you have clicked on add, it will add everything that I've selected. You see them, everything that I've selected is added, but me, I do not want all of them yet. So I'm just going to move some out of the way. Or let me not just confuse you guys. Let me do it one after the other, because if I try this night to confuse a lot of you. So let's just step backward. See how I'm undoing what I did, right? So now let's import just this one. Okay, so I'm just going to drop it. You see that it's looking a bit faint from the original one, so we're going to go to layer, then we are going to go to duplicate layer. Now what that did is it created another copy of the already milky image that was there, so it now made it thick. So the next thing we are going to do is to go to file again, open and place, photo library. That's where we're going to. Then we look for the image again. Which is the lady's image, and click on add. Bring it, position it where you want it to be, then go to your select and click on what, remove BG. Now when you have done that, it will automatically remove the background around it. And note, you are only allowed to use this once every 2 hours on photopea. If you want to use it more than 2 hours, you will have to pay. Now ensure that anytime you want to move this object, these arrows are showing, but in the case where it's not showing, you can always fix it. Okay, you can always fix it. So now we are finished removing the background. I can resize or rotate by clicking on holding the side. Okay, this side where the line is, just put your hand there and you can rotate it where the line is, not where those boxes are. Okay, if you want to, you only touch the boxes when you want to resize. So if I want to resize, I will click on one of the rectangular shaped boxes and resize. But if I want to rotate, I click on top of the line or in the line, and then I can rotate on top of the line. Okay, then you can rotate where the line is. Okay, in the middle of the line, that's where you click to be able to rotate it. So look at what I'm doing. Click on the line, then rotate. Okay, click on the line, then rotate. Then if you want to decrease or increase your image, you can click on the boxes by the side. So I'm okay with this side, so I'm just going to click on my move tool, Now this will allow you to move things around in your workspace. So we're done moving this one, we're done with this. So we're going to go back now since we're done. Then the next thing we want to do is to click on open and place again. Now this open and place, I want to use it to explain something to you. The pattern you guys saw in my own, let's add it, and let me show you something. Let's add it. Now you see that this pattern is on top my image. I don't want it like that. I want it close to the background. So what do? I go to that layer panel, click on it. Okay, click on it like this, on the empty space after the text and everything, so that you will not mistakenly go and type. Okay, click on it and drag it on top the background, because you want it on top the background, hence it has to be on top. Because if you take this thing to, if you click now and take it to the bottom of the background, this is what you will have. You're not seeing it again because it's beneath the pink background. But if you click it and drag it to the top, let's check. This is what we have. So now let's increase it using those boxes I told you about. Now there's something called blending options. Now blending options is how your background how your images interact with your background in your photopea, okay, or in your canvas. So to do that, we're just going to click on the layer panel, go to this EFF that you see underneath this place, EFF, then click on blending options. Then when you come to blending options, hold this place, which is your layer style, where your layer style right up is, hold it and drag. Now this will help you move this window around so that you can select what you want to select. So click on your blend mode. Blend mode is how your items interact with your background, okay, or interact with different layers. So click on blend mode, and for this one we are going to be using what we call soft lights. Now soft lights will just makes your image more how will I put it now, how best will I explain it? It just fades your, okay, this is the background now. Okay, so it just adds that soft light to your background, makes everything soft and blends with your background. Okay, so now what we're going to do is to reduce the opacity. Opacity is transparency. We're going to reduce it. We're going to take it to 50%, because I feel 50 will be better. 50%. This is what 50% looks like. So you can also click on this arrow at the side and use your slider, or you can click on it and type inside directly. So we're done adding that to the background. Okay, so now let's import our logo. Click on open and place, photo library. Let's look for the logo. This is the logo. Add it. Now you see that the logo now is not white, unlike the one I sent to you. Just reduce it till you get what you want, and then you can slide. Ensure that you are holding this top bar, which is your menu bar, to slide. Okay, I will show you why we are sliding very soon. Now the reason why we are sliding is so we can see this confirm icon, and we can click on it so that the image can drop. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is to zoom into our work. Okay, because if we don't click on this one, zooming in will be difficult. Okay, so click on this one that looks like a microscope, or how do they call it, and when you do that, you tend to see some options at the top where you see plus and minus. So if you want to zoom in, you should click on plus. If you want to zoom out, you get it. Then if you want to size it to the center of your page, you use 2 fingers to hold it down. Do you understand? So now let's move on. Click on your move tool, and okay, I want to zoom into where the logo is so that I know what I'm doing. Okay, we have zoomed into the logo, right? I'm using my 2 fingers for this. So click on your move toolbar, go to your layer panel, go to effect, EFF, click on color overlay. Then when you come here, you see this is click on this top part where the layer style is written. That's the very, very top. Then you see that it's set to black. What you want to do is set it to white. Click on OK, click on OK. We are done. Okay, so now I'm still going to reduce it a bit, and I'm going to click on my zoom tool again. I'm going to zoom in so that it will be easy for me to pick. Okay, so click on your move tool, move it, ensure that it's away from the edge. Okay, ensure it's away from the edge. then you can now resize using your two fingers. You see that when my zoom tool is not selected, it's touching things inside, but if I select my zoom tool now, when I try to zoom in or zoom out, it doesn't affect anything. But once this is selected and I try to zoom in or zoom out, if I mistakenly touch inside my work, sorry about that. So I'm just going to zoom into my work. Ensure your zoom tool is selected while you are doing this so that it doesn't affect your contents inside your canvas. Do you understand? So my zoom tool is selected, that's why I'm able to move it easily. So I'm just going to select on my move tool back because I want to start editing my work back. Do you understand? I want to start editing my work back. In case you are trying to select things in your workspace, and let me turn this off and show you what I mean. You're trying to select things in your workspace and somehow they are not selecting. What you can do is to click on this auto select. You see that when I put off auto select, I'm trying to select things and it's only the one that was selected before that is still selected. What you should do is to click on auto select, and in the case where this your transform controls is not showing, this is what is off. So always check those two to ensure they are turned on. So lastly, let's add our text. Click on your text tool, then click on your canvas. So now the font I use for that design is Montserrat Alternate. You'll see it on your photopea app. Okay, so let's type. What are we typing? Rejuvenate. I think that's what's on the design. Rejuvenate, refresh, and grow your hair. Full stop. So we are done. Now if you come to this top, you will see where you will see size. Let me start from here. You will see fonts, which is the font type. You will see bold, then you see size. This is where you can change the font type, okay, which is this one. Okay, then this is where you can change it to either be bold, extra bold, or very light. For this design, we're going to be using extra bold. Okay, let's click on done. We're going to be using extra bold for this design. Let's use black, which is extra bold. Then we're going to leave the font, take the font size to 32, then click on done. When you're done with that, you can easily change the color, but let's leave all of that and let's drop the text by clicking on the move tool. Now we're going to increase the text. Are you seeing what I'm doing? Increase your text, then make sure you place it properly. Go to your layer panel. Then what you want to do here is to double click on it. That's the text layer itself. There is a T there. Click on the T that is there twice, then this comes up. Then you can now change the font size, the font type, or whatever. You can see here it is set to purple, so click on it and change it to white. Understood? Click on it. The option is not coming up. Oh my god. Click on the three icons at the side. It's set to fill. Let me show you what I did. For your own, in case you click on the color is not showing, click on these three icons, those three dots at the side, and come here and click on the color here. Then you can now set it to white. Are you seeing it? Then click on OK. It's not in white yet, so let's do that again. Click on OK. Now if we are to drop this by clicking on our move tool, we see that it is now what's white. Are you seeing it? It is now white. So you can now add the text at the bottom. There's one text here which is www.proudafro.ng. Click on done, then click on your move tool, then you can resize this, then zoom in so you can move easily. When you zoom in, you tend to be able to have more control. Okay, so always learn to zoom into your work when you are working. If you want to centralize this, use your two fingers to move it. Okay, use your two fingers and click on your move tool. You can now move this easily. Okay, if you are still finding it difficult moving it, I suggest you use your, because I'm finding it difficult moving it now, so I'm just going to zoom in the more. Okay, on just the text, then click on your move tool. Okay, then move it. Are you saying that? Move it, then you can now resize. Are you saying that? So now we're done with this flyer. We're done with the flyer. For those of you that watched it to this point, congratulations. For those of your friends, for those of you that watched it to this point, congratulations. For those of your friends that will not watch it to this point, you can still tell them that I said this at the end, then do your assignment and submit. Okay, do your assignment and submit. I had to take out time to do this video for you guys, to do your assignment and submit to me so I can record your names. So have a lovely day. Take care of yourself. I love you guys so much.